Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to the segment of Koj Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. The reflection continues from Surat Mahalla Chautha, composition of the fourth Nanak, Guru Ram Das, and the recitation from the top. Surat Mahalla Chautha, Aape Srisat Upaida Piara, Kar Suraj Chand Chanan, आपे निताणिया तान है प्यारा, आपे निमाणिया मान, आप दया कर रखदा प्यारा, आपे सुगड़ सुजान. That's the first verse. Again, the theme of the beloved as being present, as a presence, not as something external, is being repeated over and over again for us. So this beloved brings forth the world. Aape Srisat Upaida Piara. It brings forth the sun, the moon, and the light. Kar Suraj Chand Chanan. It is strength of the helpless. Nitaniya taan hai pyara, aap nimaniya maan. And it is the honor of those without any standing. It is compassionate. It is the sustainer. Aap daya kar rakhda pyara, aape sugad sujan. It's beautiful, it's wondrous, and it is the wise one. So the image that we are getting here is that of a manifesting presence, of cosmic unfolding. This presence is not some external creator that is manipulating elements, but is immanent. It's a force that is in us, out of us, everywhere. And it is this force that becomes the world. It becomes time. It becomes light. It becomes the sun and the moon, to symbolize duality and rhythm. This one presence becomes the world of opposites. It becomes the cycle of day and night. Indeed, it becomes life itself. And so again, when the Guru says it is the strength of the helpless, honor of those without standing, aap nitaniya taan hai pyara, aap nimaniya maan. What that means is that Guru Ram Das here is collapsing social hierarchy and metaphysical inequality. What he's saying is that this force, this energy that we call the presence, the self, Aape, that we are referring to in a very intimate pronoun, flows not simply to the powerful, but it empowers the powerless. It honors those that have no social standing. It reverses worldly metrics. So Gurbani is an inversion of power, if you will, and Naam becomes self-dignity. This presence is compassionate. You see, that's its nature. Aap daya kar rakhda. It's compassionate and sustains us. It's aesthetically complete. Sugar. So the universe that has been manifested by this presence is sustained beautifully and with intelligence. It's a universe of meaning, not simply mechanical order. That's laying the groundwork here. Again, we've seen this theme occur before, and we will see it subsequently as well, but this is something that we need to ingest. So the recommendation, the central message, the injunction to us is Mere man, again, always addressing the mind. Jap Ram Naam Nisan. Jap, a term with expanded meaning, but literally means to utter, to recite. So when one is being asked to constantly recite, which is impossible, what it means is to reflect, to contemplate, but essentially internalize, make it your identity. Ramanam Nisan, your mark. So my mind, dwell on the wisdom of the one, of this presence, and let that be the mark you bear. And in the company of evolved individuals, dwell on this herself. That is the way. And if you do that, you shall not pass through the world again. Now here they are talking about the cycles. So dwell on the name of the one, Nam, name, which is knowledge, wisdom. So it is not sound alone. Nam is the resonance of being and the recognition of unity. To carry this as your insignia means that you have identified not with status or ego, but with presence, with divine consciousness. And the company of awakened individuals is that field of transformation where the mind learns to reorient itself. It sees the echo of Har Har in and as all things. To truly realize this is to exit the cycle of illusion. No need to return as dualistic. That is what it means. You're exiting the cycle of illusion. You will not come back into the cycle of illusion again and again. The second verse after the Rahau, it is the self-giving source of all goodness. Aape hi gun vartada pyara, aape hi paravan. It sources every virtue and gives it meaning. It is forgiveness that flows from its compassion. Aape baksh karayinda pyara. And it is the truth that bears its seal. Aape Srisat, the seal of truth. Aape hukam vartada pyara, aape hi furman. And all of this happens within hukam, which is both law and decree. It is the natural order and it is the writ. So, virtue does not belong to the individual ego. When it says Aape hi gun vartada pyara, aape hi parvan, what it means is that the virtues that you are developing are not egoistic. They don't belong to you. That ego, that virtue that Gurbani asks you to develop is a cosmic attribute. And this presence, this Nam, is its origin and distribution point. Bakshish is not earned. It is given. It is an overflow of divine nature. And such a Nisan, stamp of authenticity. It's authentic. And it shapes all that lives. Hukam is not rule from above. It is structural DNA of the being. What lives, dies, moves, or rests does so within the silent ordering field, which is hukam. And more, this beloved holds the treasure of devotion. Bhakti is not a human accomplishment. Devotion itself is stored within this presence, and the capacity to devote is given as a gift. Aape Bhagat Bhandar hai pyara, aape deve dan. Devotion is also a gift. And even service is not a human initiative. To serve is to be moved. Aape sev karayinda pyara. Aape Srisat Upaida. So what the world calls humility is an honor that the divine alone can grant, that this presence can grant. Aape Srisat Upaida. Aape Tari. So you see, worldly honor doesn't really mean anything in this context. Aape Tari Lainda Piara. Aape Guni Nidhan. Tari Lainda. Tari is this inner yearning, if you will, longing. And even that comes from the stirring of this long, deep within. Aape Tari Lainda Piara. Aape Guni Nidhan. Again, this longing is the beginning of wisdom, the stirring of self-awareness, a drawing towards the infinite. Even that is given as a gift. Because this presence, this Naam, this creator, self, whatever you want to call it, that Gurbani simply refers to as a pronoun, Aape, it, that. Aape Vadda, Aap hai Pyara, but it is beloved. Beloved is its symbol. It's a loving presence. Aape hi Pradhan, it is primary. Aape Kimat Painda Pyara. So it is great beyond greatness. It is the true sovereign. Vadda. It's a superlative that is being used. It is sovereignty itself. It's beyond measure. It's present in the measure. And it alone sets the worth of things. Aape Kimat Painda Pyara. No human currency, title, status defines value. It is this presence, this creator, that is the evaluator. It is the metric. It is what is measured. So this is a complete collapse of any kind of dualistic thinking. And the final paradox is Aape Atul Tulainda Pyara Jana Nanak Sad Kurban. Aape Atul. Beyond all measure, yet weighing everything. This is the final paradox and the heart of the Sabad. This one cannot be weighed, and yet it weighs all things. It's the measure of everything. This is the play of the formless within the world of form, the unconditioned within conditioned experience. Nanak therefore offers not a body or a wealth, but awareness of egoless being. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.